Love how this looks flying through the air. Super cool. Look at that profile with those missile pods on the sides. Oh man, look at that aggressive stance looking at us. The light on the front is optional. I think they sell it with an optional FPV camera for the front, but I don't know anybody that really does much with that. This is just cool. Super cool. You guys have no idea how happy I am to own this helicopter. It looks amazing. I've always loved scale military helicopters, from the Huey to the Black Hawk and everything in between, and just flying them on flight simulators, video games like Battlefield and Call of Duty and stuff. It just is awesome. And I think a lot of people feel the same way about it, which makes me so sad that the wheel was popped off. It's not just popped off, it's broken. The little metal axle's broken.
We've been through this before.
Yep, some of you may remember this. I think it's about a $500 GPS helicopter. This is called the E200 Pro. This is the E200s.
So is that Eachine?
Yes.
They
both did. I'm so sad and so mad too. This one was popped off and I thought maybe it was my fault because I pulled it out of the foam a little too fast, and it did the same thing. And I showed you guys in that video, so I took my own advice with this one because it's the same thing basically, except this doesn't have a GPS and it saves money as far as that goes. So I opened it slowly, and before I even pulled the helicopter out, I noticed this was broken. So I was very, very disappointed. I think, like on that one, I'm going to hot glue it in place because that doesn't take a lot of beating or anything, and it should be able to hold up well. But that is very disappointing to know that it's not just a fluke, it's now 2 out of 2 that have broken off. Other than that, I'm excited to fly this, so let's put it in the air and see how it does.
Whoops, got a little close.
It's ready.
All right, I like to take 20,000 steps backwards when you fly helicopters, or anybody for that matter.
Well, it's not the biggest deal in the world to have a broken landing gear like that, but you know, it's not a cheap helicopter either. If this was like a $100 helicopter, maybe I would accept that. I really wish they could do something about that. It could just be simplified with maybe putting some packing under the helicopter so that the landing gear don't take a hit if in shipping it has problems. So this one bound much faster because I didn't have to wait on a GPS lock. Remember, this is the 200S, and then we have the 200 Pro. And I took off from the Pro box. I'm pretty sure I got the naming.
Yes, you got it.
It looks amazing though. I love how this looks flying through the air. Super cool. Look at that profile with those missile pods on the sides. Oh man, look at that aggressive stance looking at us. The light on the front is optional. I think they sell it with an optional FPV camera for the front, but I don't know anybody that really does much with that. This is just cool. Super cool.
Up or down, Nate?
Well,
just...
Okay, yeah. You know what? My battery might be low. I'm full throttle.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it said it was full, so I remember I'm about full throttle. We're just gonna see what happens. That's full throttle. It's fighting hard. You know, that happened with this other helicopter too in front of me. I had very short flight time on it, like very short. It comes with 2 batteries. It says it
a little over a minute.
I'm still up at full throttle. It got a full charge, but that's full throttle, and we're just gonna fight it to the end. That's it. I had a short flight on the other one, but not this short. Oh man, that's so sad. Now there's full throttle, but I don't want it to like fall out of the sky, of course. Let's just land it, because it's really sucking that battery dry. Oh, and we landed crooked because we don't have a wheel.
Oh my gosh, I turned it off and didn't film the whole spool down. What's wrong with me? There.
It shows 3/4 still. Something's up. Let's just try again. It does have different flight modes because it's collective pitch. We're just flying it in normal. No, that is so weird, Abby. That's full throttle, and it is just struggling to get in the air. That's full throttle right there. Can't go any more than that. I'll put the other battery in. It's possible we have a bad battery, so let's just put the other one in, even though it's not a full charge. It's a storage charge.
There, did it right this time. It shows a lower battery. Did you charge this one?
No, I told you this is what it came with.
Oh, okay. So storage charge, because they only charged one battery.
This one shows 2 lights out of 3, so I'll be interested to see how it goes. Let's see, throttle up. Nah, look how weak it is.
Oh, careful.
That's full throttle. So this thing has some weird throttle issues. That's it, that's full throttle, and it's coming down. Most helicopters, I've never had anything that flies like that. It's almost acting like these are old nickel cadmium batteries. Does that make sense to you guys? LiPos generally have like a cutoff. You know, they're going and then they don't. Nickel metal hydride, nickel cadmium, they slowly come down. This is acting like these LiPos are nickel cadmiums.
Well, we've got to watch the spool down more than the flight.
You guys know, no matter what, we're always going to show the honest truth, our honest experience, even if it upsets some of you. And I'm sure a few people will be upset in the comments because maybe, and I'm not saying anything against any other YouTuber, but in some ways I am. There are some good ones out there, okay? But maybe you just got done watching or will watch soon your favorite YouTuber that didn't show this issue. And so now you think there's a disconnect in what I showed. And to you, I'm sorry you feel that way. This was my honest experience. And I tested it with 2 different batteries. Clearly, the fuller the battery is, the higher the performance. And as the battery sags down to 3/4 or so, it just gets weak. And that's a real shame because this is an expensive helicopter and I like it a lot. I love the looks of it. It's a dream come true type of helicopter. But with that experience, I wouldn't encourage anyone to run out there and buy it because who wants to pay that kind of money for a 1-minute flight time? You know, maybe there's still a chance I did something wrong, but I don't think I did. I've flown these things for a decade now. I mean, I think there's definitely some weird power issue with the batteries and the way it accepts that power from them because it was with both batteries. The consistency is there. And people kind of get mad when I say this, but this helicopter is linked in the description box below. Don't take that the wrong way. Some people are still going to want to buy it, or they're just curious to know what it is, what the price is, what to look out for. And there are people that appreciate our honesty to an extent that they'll click the link to look at this helicopter, but they'll buy something else while they're on the website to support us and show us the love for the honest videos, because that's the way these work. We show it, it's there. You can click the link to this helicopter. It doesn't mean you have to buy the helicopter. You can buy an airplane or a battery or a watch or whatever while you're on that website, and we'll still get credit for that. So to you, we say thank you. I also want to say a massive thanks to God for blessing us with the ability and the time to get in front of the camera and share these honest experiences with you guys, because not everybody will do that. Some people will have this short flight and they'll work out the details behind the scenes, but also there will be some honest YouTubers as well, and they may not have the same experience that we had. So it's not to bash everybody out there, but a big chunk of people won't post the first bad experience, we'll just put it that way. And so, all that being said, thank you God for allowing us the platform, the support that we have with everybody that watches, to be able to have these follow-through videos, to potentially burn the bridges, put those relationships at risk, not only for you watching, but even for our own selves and our own morals. So I'm very grateful. A big thanks goes to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your amazing support. So please consider signing up for Patreon if you like seeing honest videos like this. Maybe 10 bucks a month was worth dodging a $350 poor experience, if you think that.
Cloud kind of looks like a headless turkey running.
That's pretty funny. I love looking at different shaped clouds like that, don't you?
I do.
Okay, well, this is a bit of a letdown. I love it as a shelf queen. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Should we follow up? If we did something wrong, I will follow up, and you know we will, so let us know. We'll have another great helicopter that is a third of the price of this, that outperformed this one, and it's still scale, has long flight times. That thing is amazing. We'll have that video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. See you there.
Bye.
Some of you may remember, I'll say that again.